Coming at you from the Hot Wheels room. I'm working on the Darth Vader silhouette. It's gonna look just like, kind of like the Batman one, with the black around it. Anyway, I'm gonna show you my progress. I got it drawn on the wall. Um, it's not real straight, but I think I can like straighten up some of the lines. I'll use a straight edge when I'm cutting the tape off, and I think that will make a difference on some of it. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you where I'm at on it. Hard to see, but you know, there's the lower part of the helmet and the eyes, and then it comes around down here. But like you can see, it's hard to draw up there like that when it's, and you get a little shaky like right there. But I think if I use a straight edge when I'm cutting tape, then it'll look a lot cleaner. And that's my plan when I start. I'm fixing to tape it up right now, and then once I get it taped up and pulled off, I'll put the black paint up there, and then I'll show you what it looks like finished from a distance, so you can see how it looks. All right, I'm back. I'm going to show you how I do this. You draw your image on the wall, whatever you're wanting, and I use clear tape, and you see how I taped over it. Whatever you cut out is going to be the color of the wall, and then around it will be painted. That's how I do the silhouette. Now, on vice versa, if you wanted to paint the image itself, mine looks like that the way I do it, and the tape is cut around the image and then painted. Now, if you wanted to do that in reverse, you cut the tape, you tape the whole wall up, the whole, where you don't get paint everywhere unless you're painting with a brush, and careful, and then you just cut it out, and whichever part you want painted or not is how you determine what tape you're going to peel up. So you'll cut it. I use a scalpel and I cut the image out, and you just peel it back and then paint it. So it's not that complicated. Pretty easy, and the results are awesome. I mean, when I did that, I couldn't stop smiling. And now that I got the cabinets and the shelves up there and stuff, it looks good and I like it. So I'm gonna get back to this so we can see how it turns out. Just a quick tip: like my walls are paneling wood, so it has these grooves in it. So if you're taping over that, you really want to make sure that it's pressed in there, so that when you paint, the paint don't drip down through the groove. And I just rub my fingernail through there. Sometimes when I'm cutting, because I use a scalpel, I'll just turn it around and kind of rub in if I don't feel like it's in there good enough. Hey guys, we got it done. That looks good. Still got some cleanup that needs to be done on it. There's some parts where the paint, like a piece of tape, was missed, and I touched it with my hands. I'm all sticky with paint, so I got a little bit of places to clean up and some edges. I might go back over with a little bit of a Sharpie to kind of just sharpen it up, some of the edges. But other than that, it looks good. So I'll do that. It's pretty close to the. I don't know how to get back far enough, but I mean, it's bigger, but about the same height and width as Batman. So, and I got 2 more shelves like that. Well, this phone is horrible. I need a new phone. Anyway, I got 2 more shelves like that. There's part of one right there, and I might try to get that up later on today. But yeah, looks pretty good. Oh, another thing. Let me show you something. Hold on. I'll show you while I'm walking up here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. On the edges, like a piece of tape, I guess, was missed there. So I'm gonna take some acetone and clean that up. And right here where I touched it, and just little spots, and like that spot, fill in with a Sharpie, and this spot down here. So I'm gonna go hang out, I guess maybe in the shop for a little bit. It's cold, but not, it's super cold, so I might go see if it's warm enough to hang out there and let some of this paint diffuse. Anyways, I think it looks pretty good. I'm pleased with it. I'll put try to get the shelves up today, and I'm not going to clean up my mess. I think I'm gonna purposefully make a giant mess of Hot Wheels trash. So my Star Wars, all that stuff's gonna be cracked, except for some of the mainline card arts and the pop cultures or whatever they're called that have the real riders and the pretty cool card art. But like all the ships and the cars, the the ones that are not the little cars, but the character cars and the spaceships, they'll be all cracked open and put on the shelf. I forgot to get a poster board for that. I forgot to put that on my list. Anyways, what happened earlier today was I ran out of paint. I thought I had enough black paint to finish it. I was like, oh, come on. I did all this work, and now I'm going to run out of paint. So I forgot I had like $6 on my PayPal. I got a little PayPal MasterCard thing, when you make money on PayPal, they can put it on the card. And I just got that, so I'm still getting used to having that available to me. Anyways, I'm going to run to Walmart and get me a can of paint. So I walked back there, and I went through the garden department because it was closer, So I cut through. I'm like, I'm just going to check the Hot Wheels out because if the paints, I can probably get one or two Hot Wheels if I find anything. So I cut around the corner, and there was a ton of empty Hot Wheel cases box. I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody's done came in here and just dug through all this stuff. And an employee, this girl, come around the corner and was getting some more boxes off the cart. And I said, did you just put Hot Wheels out, or did somebody else already go through it? And she said, nope, I just did that and dumped them in a dump bin. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I never get that lucky. This has been a good week all around with my health and just other things that have just turned out to be positives. So anyways, I didn't have this variation of that Batmobile that has the turret on top. And so I found one of those. I think there's a darker variation of this. I don't have either one that has the turret on top. So I was able to get one of these. I'm going to get another one to crack open. But this will go up there in the peg, the thing. But this was at the bottom of a dump bin right here. What? My second treasure hunt this year. The Corvette Grand Sport Roadster. That is nice. I mean, the card's a little bent up in the corners, but it'll fit in my my case. Will kind of fold those down a little bit. I guess I should quit touching it with all this paint on my hand. But I couldn't believe it, man. I was, my health is getting better, so I was able to stand the entire time and dig through the pegs and the dump bin. Now I'm hurting. I'm exhausted, and my back and my knees are killing me, but to be able to do that, and I was leaning up on the box and stuff and looking all crazy. People thought something was wrong. But it was worth it to find a super treasure hunt. It's always awesome to find one in the wild, and that's my third one ever since I've been collecting Hot Wheels, and two of them this year in Texarkana. So this year's off to a good start. There was a bunch of those the orange Chevelle regular treasure hunts, but I left those. So I got 2 or 3 of those. So I put them face out so that people could, someone that's finding them could see them. Maybe I should have hit them so they could dig for them and have fun. But I made it easy on 2 of them. I put them on the front of the pegs. The other 2, they're kind of under some in the dump bin. But yeah, not a bad day so far. Pretty cool. Anyways, let me know what you think of the Darth Vader. This is my Star Wars wall. I can't wait to get the shelves up. When that dries real good and everything, I'm going to try to get those up. Maybe tonight I'll be able to get those up, start cracking some. I don't even know what all Star Wars. Since I've been collecting those Star Wars cars, I've just been putting them in a box and not even looking. So I can't even remember what ships and character cars I have. I have a lot of the mainline series because Billy always hooks me up with those. I hardly ever find full sets down here, stuff like that. Or if I do, it's when I don't have the funds to do it. So I'm gonna put this Batmobile up in the rack over there. Cool stuff. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. Take some of the. Oh yeah, let me turn this camera around. This is what I was talking about, how you get wobbly with the lines. So it's a lot when you're cutting, because you'll dig into the wood a little bit. If you go slow, you can keep a straight line better. And I used my level to as a straight edge to kind of cut some of these straighter edges, and it came out pretty sharp. Now I'm still learning doing the rounded edges, trying to make it a good looking loop without the knife skipping and stuff. But other than that, man, I'm pretty impressed with it. I like them both. I almost hate that I'm covering up with shelves, but I think in my shop there's a bunch of bare walls, and I'm gonna do a lot of stuff like this. I think on the walls. I think since I'm learning how to do it, except those are concrete walls, so I don't know how easy that's gonna be for the cutting and stuff. Anyways, there's Darth Vader. He's Luke's father. If you don't know, sorry, spoiler alert. Ha! Smooth Criminal signing out. Be good or be good at it.